Dammi un po' 4, forza 4.000 lire. Dai a 4.000, 4.000, solo 4.000.
Solo 10.000, Quella di
qui la pubblicità si paga, giovani! Dammi un po' qua!
Prego 5.000, prego! Guarda un quarto me la puoi. 5.000, prego! 5.000! Al pezzo, 5.000! Vai la mangia! Aiuto,
Right there's the famous balcony from where Mussolini used to make his speeches. That was, of course, before the last World War. As you know, he couldn't make any after. Look now, at this right moment to the left, the change of the guard of the tomb of the unknown soldier. See that? As this is the huge memorial monument of Victor Emmanuel II, first King of Unified Italy. A monument built by the architect Sacconi in 25 years between 1885 and 1910. Entirely built with white marble. On the very top of it, both sides, there are bronze sculptures of the quadrigas, the four-horsed chariots with the engines of victory. In the middle, the huge bronze equestrian statue of the King Victor Emmanuel, and below, in the middle of the monument, the tomb of the unknown soldier, an Italian unknown soldier from the First World War, buried here in 1921 and representing all the soldiers that, the wars. Both sides of the tomb, as you saw, there are two soldiers guarding the tomb day and night. That's the permanent guard. Change of the guard is every hour. You just saw that now. And both sides also the eternal flame. And now behind.
でこのね神殿の跡をちょっと見てみるとお分かりになると思いますけど、大体ギリシャ風の、ね、神殿の形してます。建築なんかみんなねギリシャの方から来てるんですね。宗教もそうですけれども。ですがこの白い、ね、凱旋門、この凱旋門だけは特にギリシャの方から来たものではなくて、これはもうローマで生まれた
And there were not churches, they were just indoor places to the Basilica side. In this case, there were two big mountains, two big basilicas. The Basilica Emilia, over there, and the Basilica Julia, that's here. Then here we see in the bottom of the column. Look at the middle of the Sicilian road. There is both are called Colchester. Behind these three columns, you cannot see very well from here, but we'll see better later by the other side. There is an actual shrine erected for Emperor Titus on the top of the hill, very elegant villa. And also, straight on the top of the hill, the first botanical garden in the world. That's where you can see how beautiful this botanical garden with the exotic trees like palms. All this area of this valley until the beginning of the last century was... It's a tradition. They said since 1500 years ago that they are the St. Peter's chains and they're so preserved. Inside the church we'll admire the beautiful Michelangelo sculpture, the Moses statue, and I'll tell you everything about it once inside there.
Photographs? No, it's all stuff.
What's that?
Feeling like it. Do you remember the large
Yes. Yes, I do.
Street scene. I didn't have a clue about Italian people having really wide noses until we got to the airport.
He's big. He's big and he plays sports.
Get right away, everyone. Like he was nobody.
Nice big guys. Oh no.
He scores.
To the camera! To the camera! Hey! Did you get that?
Da ma faccio le regole qua. Dai, mi piace le come cazzo sto? Io sto sulla dietro. Guarda io, lo sempre stavo in testa. Destra, sinistra.
Какая вкусная банда. Ай!
Давай. I just need to tell you something. All right. I'll be the tour guide and unsuspecting tourist. Unsuspecting tourist. Now, who did this? Whose tunnel is this? Tour guide. Constantine. Unsuspecting tourist. Boy, Constantine was a good artist. Tour guide. Yes, he was.
No. Did you really say that? Did he really say that? Another version of Constantine's most famous work.
After his fight and victory against Maxentius, the last Roman pagan emperor. And you know what, with Constantine was finally the triumph of Christianity. Christians were not persecuted anymore. Look how beautifully preserved, 1600 years old, made with precious marble stones. Look at the beautiful carving, they're showing the soldiers, the legions, the emperors, etc. But you know that you know what happened in the old time? The marble stones and buildings were always recycled in the past. So 5 years ago, this was restored, and our experts and architects in cleaning this Arch of Triumph, they discovered that many of the stones were continued, always recycled. And now, let's talk about first of all, you must know that Colosseum is not the and still, it's not finished because on the top there are 4 statues. These 4 statues on the top up there represents Dacian soldier. Now Dacia, present Romania, was conquered by Trajan by the end of the first Titus on the year 80 after Christ. That's 1900 years ago. But you imagine between the year 72 and the year 80, the whole of it was then built in 8 years. In order to build in 8 years, they employed there 30,000 slaves. Rings. In between of the rings there were arches, and above the arches inside there were the seats, marble seats for 50,000 people. Now there are 2 rings missing, the front side, the first ring and the second. See that everywhere, even along the sidewalk or facing the buildings, because there are plenty of quarries of this marble, only 20 miles, 30 kilometers east side of Rome, and that's why all this marble. But here we can see
intervistavano lì dentro, c'erano ragazzi, c'era gente della certa età, insomma di tutte le età c'erano, gente che erano più di 20 anni praticamente.
Non fare la museo provinciale finale. We are now outside of the city wall, driving along an old Roman consular road, the Via Ostiense, connecting Rome to Ostia. Ostia is by the seaside of Rome, at about 18 miles far away west side of Rome by the Tyrrhenian Sea coast. This is now the main entrance of the church. Here we can admire a very beautiful quadriportico, a 4-side portico, built at the beginning of this century by an architect named Caldi in front side of the church, the facade. Look at these very, very beautiful colors. Mosaic. The mosaic is a composition made using 1,000, in this case maybe million, of very nickel pieces of stones, like porphyro, red, green, marble, sodium, salabasters, lapis lazuli, etc. This is the art of the mosaic. Why the mosaic? Because the color of a mosaic is eternal.
Ragazzi, non vi fermate, poi abbiamo il tempo di fermarvi.
Acá lavora le sa, Pipiné.
No, tutti mi scambiano. Tutti mi scambiano. Sei l'unico che non le riconosci.
Queste erano le prime. Queste erano le prime che abbiamo visto. Poi abbiamo visto.
です。